Good morning, guys. Okay, today I'm going to make a really quick breakfast. It's a French toast actually, and it doesn't have to be fancy. So let's just get to it. Oh, don't worry about this. We just literally wake up 5 minutes ago. Let's start with cracking the eggs. I'm using 9 eggs, keeping only 3 yolks and all of the whites. What do I do with the yolks? Well, usually I save them for my mom or friends who bakes, but this time, since we are not meeting people, I'll just throw away the yolks. Whisking is basically mixing the egg yolks and the whites. And I'm going to add a little bit of milk, or half and half in this case, to make it more runny and make it easier for the bread to absorb the liquid. Adding a pinch of salt. Just a quick mix right here, and I'm going to add the bread. And I'm not going fancy getting baguette or French bread. You can if you want to. I'm just using my regular toast sliced bread. This is whole grain, by the way. And I'm using 3 slices of bread, and I cut them into 4 because we like our French toast bite size. You'll see. Here I'm just making sure all the bread is covered with the egg liquid. Gently pressing it here and there to make sure the air is out and the egg liquid is absorbed into the bread. While we wait for the bread to soak, heating up a pan, spray oil, adding 1 tablespoon of butter on a medium heat. I mix oil and butter because, well, butter is for flavor. I mean, butter, eggs, and bread, right? And oil is just so that the butter won't get burned so easily. I start with medium heat just to melt the butter. And once the butter all melted, I'm lowering the heat to low medium. It is ready when the butter starts bubbling a little bit, but not turning brown. That is, by the way, why we add oil. So the butter won't burn so fast. Now the bread is all nice and soaked, not soggy. We start laying them on the pan, one at a time. I still flip the bread before I put them on the pan, just to make sure I get a lot of coating on the bread. Now be careful when you're moving the bread on the pan, especially when they're not cooked yet, because the bottom might stick to the pan. And especially since we're using a lot more egg whites than the yolk. You know what? I'm gonna turn off this light. There you go. Much better. We're just waiting for the bottom to cook and then flip the bread one at a time. How do you know the bottom is cooked? Well, you just kind of like nudge the side and see if it will move. If it's not, then just leave them alone. Otherwise, like there, like that one, I ripped the bottom off a little bit, but that's okay. Still good. While we're waiting for the other side to cook, excuse me while I'm getting the plate. This type of French toast is really easy. You don't even have to wait for a day-old bread. I mean, I'm just using a regular toast, sliced bread, and I just make sure that the slices are thick enough. Otherwise, when you soak it, they'll start disintegrate, and that's not good. Andy and I are used to having more egg whites than the yolk in our scrambled egg. That means more protein, lower cholesterol, and low in calories. And why not all whites? Yeah, you don't want that. It doesn't taste as good, trust me. Back to the French toast. When they start puffing up, that means they're almost done. And if you touch the top, you can start feeling the bounce. If you leave it too long, then it will really puff up. We kind of like the middle of the French toast a little bit soft, so I'm just gonna do a quick flip and put it on the plate. As for the leftover eggs, just cook them. By now the egg mixture is a little bit runny, so the egg's gonna be thin, which is cool. It's gonna be like scrambled egg crepes. How I cook it? When it's halfway done, I'll just roll the egg from one side to the other. And that's it. Okay, we're done. Let's have some breakfast. What I really want to try with the French toast is this hibiscus jam that I just made a couple days ago. Andy hasn't tried it yet, and neither do I actually. Not with this French toast. I think it's gonna be really good. Oh yeah, don't forget to watch the video on how I process hibiscus into jam, tea, and syrup. Alright, time for the taste test. Yay! Seems like he likes it. Let me see. It is really good. What? You want Totoro to try it? I don't think so, buddy. Alright guys. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share. And look forward to my next videos. Bye now.